What is up, y'all? It is episode 31 of Farms Out, coming at you with another video. How y'all doing today? It is good to see all of y'all. My sleep schedule is still destroyed. I am going out with my mom later today, and we have the guy who is cutting the grass. In fact, cutting the grass outside. Sounds like he's getting a little quieter, so hopefully he's not here for at least another like 10 minutes while I record this. And yeah, without further ado, let's go in on it. I am excited to do new thumbnails for this because I try to do like new thumbnails probably like every 10 or so. So retroactively, I might change this thumbnail to get a new one. But I don't know what I'm going to do for the next one. Maybe it'll be like some kind of yellow thumbnail. I don't know if it's going to be like changing every like 100 episodes or something like that. The idea that this is going to have 100 episodes is also kind of weird to me when you consider like how infrequently I was uploading before and like I guess how much I do now. So without further ado, let's get to this first question. First question is coming from Simply a Pro Gamer. Is it still worth maxing Minamoto if I'm in Season of Conquest? The answer to this is maybe. I would say if you are looking at like one March, you have like 700 sculptures and you're getting straight into Season of Conquest, being able to go for something like QB Nevsky or QB Mina or Nevsky Mina as your first March is probably not a bad idea, right? Like Minamoto as a museum upgraded like filler March, kind of solid in the long run. But I mean, like, not like a absolutely fantastic March. Is it worth it? I mean, like, I don't think it's worth it anywhere near as much as it is early game, but I mean, it's still pretty good. And for the fact that he only costs like 200 bucks, in the grand scheme of things for a legendary commander, that's really not that bad. So I would say for most people, probably not. But if you're spending like $200 plus a month, he's probably worth a splurge. Like, I'd rather have him than a couple gold chests for Call the Ancients. So keep that in mind. Like, he's not the best thing you can buy, but he's pretty close to up there. The next question is coming from Ite Real. I'm actually going to make a video on the new Archer coming out soon, or that has just come out. Is it worth investing in the new Archer? I don't have Herman or ZL yet. If yes, should I pair her with ZL or Herman? As far as I know, the new Archer is not a tier 1 March. It would be probably like your second or third string March. As far as I know, ZL Herman is still the move. There's not a reason to replace it yet. And the main reason for that is that although this March does a lot of damage, there are cases in which you would want to run her. Those cases don't have a lot to do with the current synergy with her Garrison Commander. And because they don't have a lot of synergy with the Garrison Commander, the whole concept of Mighty Heal isn't necessarily a failure. It just isn't as effective as it could have been with a better release partner. You really don't need this MGE commander. And the guy, as you have him right now, is probably okay as a tank when it comes to fighting in the open field. But if you're already running like 2 infantry, 2 cav, there's no real reason to expand to either A, like a second Archer March, or B, like replacing ZL or Herman. I think ZL Herman is a completely fine March and probably still the best March in the game right now. I would not overthink this new release. Next question is coming from Odin Wathne 7905. Is QB Mina or Joan Mina better? Also, which is more future-proof? QB Mina is probably going to be better than Joan Mina, just as a rule of thumb here. Joan is not a bad primary, but QB is a really, really solid primary and probably has more overall uses. Joan and QB are both like S-tier cavalry units, so in terms of which is more future-proof, I guess I like QB better than I like Joan as a singular March and as a pair with Minamoto. So I would say QB Joan or QB Mina is probably the move out of the two of them. Joan Mina just doesn't seem great overall. I don't think I have a lot of synergy. And one of the things that makes Joan really good is her synergy with other marches. I would not be running Joan Mina. So I don't know if anybody runs that, to be honest. Now, to be fair, I have not been in KVK for a while. So if people are running it and I just don't know about it, that's also possible. As far as I know, I wouldn't consider it though. The next question is coming from James Schwenk. Is Sunset Canyon worth trying to do as an F2P, or is it better to put the XP into gatherers? I think your gatherers should all be leveled to the point to where you can gather efficiently with them, like level 40s. But I mean, like past that, I mean, Sunset Canyon's a really important part of your game. Like if you don't have gatherers for like a few days, that's probably fine. But getting a few days of Sunset Canyon, especially really early game where you don't have the middle of the map unlocked to get all those juicy guardians, I think like an advanced player should be trying to do Sunset Canyon pretty early game. I think it's worth your time. If you're not an advanced player, you might not get that much value out of it. It might not be worth your time. So I would say yes with a caveat. Next question is coming from ZeoMag8852. Hi 12, is using AP reserves for chaining KVK2 to get top 20 worth, or should I save it for Season of Conquest? I got Twilight Falls in KVK1 and have no YSGs, so 2 to 3 barbs chaining on average. Personally, if you could get that to like 3 to 4 barbs on average, I think you'd probably be all right to probably go for it. Personally, I think it would drive you absolutely nuts. I find it hard to believe that somebody is going to chain without YSG and chain all the way up into an honor skin 2 KVKs in a row and still be like a normal, well-adjusted human being afterwards. But if you can do it, I mean, getting these skins, there's nothing wrong with them. I wouldn't say like the skins are the best thing on the planet, but I mean, like, they're great accolades. Like, this is just a cool thing you can do, and I do plenty of things in this game because they're cool things I can do. So, like, is it worth AP? Yes. Is it worth your time and, like, sanity? Maybe not. I mean, you're really the only person that can gauge that, and so, you know, if you think it is, then, you know, kind of go on with your bad self, but that's about it. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for Farms Out for today. It feels like kind of a shorter episode, but I'm also exhausted, so that would make sense. If you guys like this type of content, please be sure to drop a like, a follow, a comment, consider subscribing, all that good stuff. Again, we will be streaming probably tomorrow. We're not going to be streaming today because I will be going out with my mom, but have yourselves an absolutely wonderful one. Love you all in a gay way. Thank you so much for showing up, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.